One of the most common things that I hear from my contractors who are prospective clients of mine is, I don't need help with my website. It doesn't win me work. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that's wrong, but I will tell you that it's dangerously short-sighted. Your website doesn't make the decision, but it's part of every decision that gets made about you. One of the things that I often tell them is it might not win you work, but it can definitely lose you work. So let's talk about how that selection process actually works. And I can kind of detect you right now thinking to yourself, well, I know how the selection process works. RFPs come out and I respond to them. But that's just one piece of the puzzle because contract officers, they want to know who you are, not just who you say you are. So they're certainly going to do a little bit of due diligence over just reading that RFP. That might look like, going to their favorite search engine, such as Google, and looking you up, or going to their favorite AI assistant, ChatGPT or Perplexity, and asking, "Hey, what do we know about this organization?" Because they want to know who you are. What kind of organization are you? What might you be like to work? Yes, they're the government, but they're people too. So they want to understand what it is like to work with you and who you are. And by the way, that assumes only that you're always priming on a proposal. If you're like most small subcontractors, you actually might be you might be acting as a sub on these contracts, which by the way means that's a whole different conversation because the prime is looking for who can they have to fill out their team. What does that look like? Well, again, that looks like performing a search or checking out your website to see who you are. What are the designations that you have that you bring to the table? Do you have it? What are the contract vehicles? What other organizations have you worked with? So all of those things all of those places in which you're saying, well, yeah, but that's going to be part of my RFP response. Those are questions that you likely might have to answer even before you respond to the RFP. So think of it this way. The proposal, that RFP response, that's only part of the puzzle. Your digital presence and your website, it comes up far before that and even after you've submitted that RFP. So it's an area that you want to have buttoned down, just like you do your RFP response. What are they looking for? And this is where specificity matters. They want to know how you're going to fit. So, yes, we talked a little bit about some of the psychographic, more touchy feely or soft skills of fit, but also the real hard skills of what are your NAICS codes? What are your certifications? What are the contract vehicles in which you're already cleared to work? So basically, the language of GovCon that is used as a short code to really understand what your organization does and where it fits in. Those need to not just live on your website, but live very prominently in a way that a contracting officer or a prime can find very easily. Because if they have to guess whether you're qualified, you've already lost. Going back to where we started, your website won't win business, but it can lose it. A strong website, particularly in government contracting, doesn't close deals. You're absolutely right. That happens in the RFP stage. But a weak website creates doubt, and it creates doubt at exactly the wrong moment. So if you're going to take one thing away from this video, it's that you don't want to let your website be the reason that either someone didn't call you in the first place or that they checked you out and decided you weren't really the right fit. I hope this was helpful. If it was, subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of government contracting content and a lot about marketing in general and generative AI. And if you want to chat with us about the work that we do and how we can help your organization, please go to our website, springinsight, springinsight.com. It's in the notes below, and schedule time. I'd love to chat.